Hello everyone, I welcome you in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mohammad Sirajul Faizi. Today in this video, I am going to talk about dissolved oxygens. The low values of dissolved oxygen affect the potability of water and can cause killing of fish and other animals of sea kingdom. It is a test which indicates the sanitary status of water. The dissolved oxygen also suggests whether the process undergoing a change are aerobic or anaerobic. A good water should have solubility of oxygen about 50 milligrams per liter at 0 degrees Celsius and 7 milligrams per liter at 30 degrees Celsius. The reagent used in this test, alkaline potassium iodide, dissolve 100 gram of KOH and 150 gram of potassium iodide in 1 liter of water, 48% manganese sulfate solutions, 0.0125 normal sodium thiosulfate solution, starch indicator, Kong sulfuric acid. What is the procedure? Take 200 ml of sample in a conical flask. Add 1 ml of manganese sulfate solution by pipette dipping the end below the surface. You know the pipette. And 1 ml of alkaline potassium iodide. Put the stopper and mix the solution thoroughly. Avoid passage of air. After 10 to 50 minutes, when the precipitate settles down, add 2 ml Kong H2SO4. Dissolve the precipitate by shaking. Now titrate the solution with sodium thiosulfates using starch as indicator. Note the milliliter of titrant used in getting the end point. Perform the blank titrations. The difference of the two should be regarded as milliliter of sample titrant. So this is the method of calculations, and this is the related chemical reactions. So it indicates the organic pollutions in water. It is measured of the strength of sewage or polluted waters. Now another important chemical oxygen demand, we call it COD, COD. Chemical oxygen demand is used for measuring the pollutional strength of wastewater. Most of the organic compound can be oxidized to carbon dioxide and water by action of a strong oxidizing agent regardless of the biological assimilability of the substances. It is generally obtained by the potassium dichromate reflux methods. The requirement of reagent: standard ferrous ammonium sulfate solutions, standard potassium dichromate, sulfuric acid and ferroin indicator. The procedure is like that: take 50 ml of sample in a conical flask, add 100 milliliter of distilled water and 50 ml of standard potassium dichromate solution slowly, and add 75 ml Kong H2SO4 concentrated sulfuric acid. Reflux the mixture for 2 hours, cool and wash down the condensate with the distilled water. Transfer the content to 500 milliliter flask, dilute the mixture to about 300 ml, titrate the excess dichromate with a standard ferrous ammonium sulfate using ferroin indicator. Now perform the blank experiment by taking 100 ml distilled water, 75 ml acid and 25 ml potassium dichromate solution. Reflux for 2 hours and titrate the excess dichromate with ferrous ammonium sulfate, and do the calculations with the help of this formula, where a ml of ferrous ammonium sulfate used with the sample, ferrous ammonium sulfate used with the distilled water, and normality of the ferrous ammonium sulfates. The next important is fluoride estimations. How you do the fluoride estimation? This is important. It can be estimated by iodometric titration. When potassium iodide and acetic acid are added in fluoride solution, it liberates iodine, which can be titrated with sodium thiosulfate using a starch as indicator. The minimum detectable concentration is approximately 0.04 milligram of chlorine per liter. The reaction is mostly carried out at pH 3 to 4 in the absence of light. So these reagent required for the experiment: potassium iodide, acetic acid, glacial, a starch indicator, and 0.005 normal sodium thiosulfate solution. A few drops of chloroform are added to increase the storage life for the more than a month. What is the procedure? Avoid the presence of direct sunlight when performing the experiment. Take 200 milliliter of sample, add 5 milliliter of glacial acetic acid to reduce the pH between 3 to 4. Add about 1 grams of potassium iodide in the sample and titrate with 0.004 normal thiosulfate solution from the burette until yellow color of the liberated iodine is almost discharged. Now add 1 milliliter of starch solution and titrate until the blue color is discharged. Do the blank titrations. Perform the experiment with the blank titrations without fluoride water by mixing potassium iodide in acetic acid and distilled water with the same quantity of the sample. The actual titrate value with the sample minus titrate value with the blanks, and do the calculation with the help of this formula. So friends, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching.